Welcome to a Thursday edition of Autoweek TV. Coming up, we'll take a tour of an Autoweek reader's garage, one with plenty of old Mustangs and Mercurys in it. But first, here's a look at what's going on in the auto world. The arrival of a new Chevrolet Corvette happens with about the same frequency of Halley's Comet. But when that time comes, the anticipation is as intense as waiting for your 16th birthday. And with the new Vette less than 2 years away, nothing ratchets up the interest like some spy photos. So here's the latest look at an engineering mule for the C7 Corvette, wearing bodywork from the current Grand Sport. Note how the front wheel crowds the front of the opening, a sign of a longer wheelbase. And all the wheels sit well inside the openings, which we think tips off the fact that the next Vette will be a bit narrower than the current car. We expect the C7 to launch in 2013 as a 2014 model. The cash-strapped owner of Saab says it will sell the Spyker car business to a U.S. private equity firm. North Street Capital, which is led by racing enthusiast Alex Massioli, will pay about $44 million for Spyker. Swedish Automobile, which owns Saab, says it will use the cash to pay a private investment company owned by Saab CEO Victor Muller. Now, from the Is More Better file, the internet is awash in reports that Hyundai Motor is working on a 10-speed automatic transmission. A Bloomberg News story quotes the president of Hyundai saying that the 10-speed will appear in some of the automaker's luxury cars in 2014. That would put Hyundai 2 cogs ahead of most of the luxury pack and some non-luxury car makers who are pushing out 8-speed automatics over the next couple of years in search of better fuel economy. All right, let's close today with a look inside the garage of Ford and Mercury collector Del Proudfit. Here's contributor Phil Berg.
Only 2 cars get former Clark College auto body director Del Proudfit so excited he can't stop restoring them. First-generation Ford Mustangs from 1965 to the early 1970s, and 1940 Mercury coupes and sedans. Today, among his favorites are a 1965 Mustang convertible, a 1966 Hertz model Shelby, all nestled inside his 22-car garage and Mustang parts collection. The 72-year-old Washington State native developed his car genes helping an older brother work on his 1938 Ford, which he recalls as one of the ugliest cars ever made, although he didn't know that at the time. These days, former students often stop by his garage to buy Mustang repair parts. He bought 20 acres of rural land in 1969 and built a house, a 10-car garage, and a body shop in back. But then 20 years ago, he added a bigger garage because he stores all of his friends' Mustangs during the winters. He's owned hundreds of cars, he says, because he keeps finding and fixing crashed examples. There's no shortage of old Mustangs in Washington, he says, which he buys and restores to stock condition. His garages are neatly laid out, and he claims he can find any tool he needs blindfolded. For Autoweek, this is Phil Berg.
Thanks, Phil. That's the high-octane news for now. Keep up with all the action at Autoweek.com. We'll be back tomorrow. Until then, enjoy the drive.
Thanks for watching today's edition of Autoweek TV. Be sure to catch all the latest car enthusiast news on Autoweek.com, in Autoweek magazine, and in Autoweek's iPad edition.